Good evening, everybody. I tell you, this was a really, really quick, fun, impromptu stream. And I'm so glad to have the best impromptu man in the house. Yes, Mr. Jandre Foster. Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening. So, yeah, the Weather Hooligan, it's such an awesome name because the weather is everything. It's the best way to, it's hooliganish. It
Yeah.
does exactly what it wants, and it can cause chaos, especially to your wedding, your anniversaries, your Sunday picnics. It can definitely, if you don't check your weather, people, it's definitely going to cause havoc with your plans. Right. So, to get started, Jandre, good evening, everybody. Let me just say, how's it? Sorry, guys. I'm sorry, no sound. I tell you, I'm becoming,
You forgiven, don't
multicultural.
worry.
Yeah, I see all the comments tuning no. So, meanwhile, was I looking at the comments? No. I was trying to focus on you and click buttons. And of course, yeah. But anyway, Matthew, don't be such a troll. Anyway, so that's the hat from, I think everyone knows where that hat is from, of course, and whose head
Yeah.
it's been on, traveling through most
It's
of
a
Africa.
legendary hat.
It's a legendary hat. So, yes, lovely to see it on you. Looking good. Alrighty, so we're going to talk weather. Yeah, let me just say,
Yeah.
how's it, folks? Arbot, Debbie, Nick, how's it? Matthew, we've said, how's it? Cameron, hello. Buzzy, good evening. Yes, so, all right, so that's my thing. If you're planning something, check your weather, people. Check your weather. Right.
Always.
So,
Sister, you have to.
you are based where in Gauteng?
Boxburg.
Boxburg. Ooh, I know someone
That's
from
it.
Boxburg. Her name is Charlene. She'll be so happy to hear you from Boxburg. Lekker.
Boxburg boykie.
Her valley. Yeah, lekker. So, all right. So, your main thing, your passion with the weather, where did it start? How did it start?
It started when I was about 6 years old. I used to play in the gutters in our road. And it used to have thunderstorms, and I would actually go next to the trenches on the side of the road and actually open the drainage for the water to flow. So I had
Okay.
I had a
You had
fascination
control.
with flowing water, with water first.
Okay.
So that fascination of water led to doing plumbing.
Literally. Okay. No,
Literally,
plumbing
yes.
as in a career.
Yes. So I started a career as a plumber, and
At what
then
age?
I left school at 15.
I think I knew
Yes.
that about you. I
My
think
circumstances, there were
that's
circumstances involved.
fair
So I left
enough.
school at 15, started to learn to become a plumber. My dad was a plumber, so I took over the little family business and basically started plumbing all the way through the years, started getting more fascinated in weather with a pilot license. I did my pilot license after that too in Brakpan. I went to the Airborne Aviation School, did my PPL, and started learning about meteorology, basically aviation meteorology. That's part of the pilot license exams. And that's
Right.
where my fascination started growing more into weather. So I did my PPL, fully passed it. So I've got a small background of meteorological aviation med, which I
Okay.
passed, that I'm qualified for.
And
That's
no.
aviation med.
Aviation met. And I know there's that movie Aeronauts, right? And
Yeah.
it's based on what is his name? Hold on. Let me think. I think I looked it up. One secchi. Who was it now? He plays. I might have made a note, but anyway, Tom Harper plays. Directed by Tom Harper. So it was basically this guy was a meteorologist, and
Yeah.
he wanted to send a balloon up. He had to know. He had to go up in order to discover the weather, right?
Okay.
And he got in touch with this woman. I did actually make a note here, and do you think I can find it now? No. In all my things, I can't find it. But anyone in the comments, if you find that answer, let us have it. Who was the antagonist, the man? Todd was produced the real story, man. Where is that note now? Anyway, forgive me, people. But yes, so he he was a meteorologist, and he contacted this woman who also wanted to go up in a balloon, and they went up, and she was also one of the first people to fly higher to get her husband's goal to fly like the highest hot air balloon ever flown, I think.
I'm gonna get that movie.
Yeah, Aeronauts. It's filmed like in the 1800s. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like it's set in the 1800s. Just let me. I'm seeing. When you're busy and you can't see and you see and you go blind.
I'm struggling to share this live to my viewers because I'd love them to see it.
Okay, well, no pressure, people. Let's have a deep breath. Let's have maybe a moment's silence.
Technology.
The majestic one who has passed on this world. I want to see here. Oh, I have it. James Glacier, who's played by Eddie Redmayne. Yeah, I think. Yes. In 1862. Yeah. So daredevil balloon pilot Amelia Wren, who's played by Felicity Jones, teams up with pioneering meteorologist James Glacier, Eddie Redmayne, to advance human knowledge of the weather and fly higher than anyone in history with breaking records and furthering scientific discovery. Yeah, that's what they do in 1862. So, and I mean, this flight wasn't, the only way you could go up is to literally go up with a balloon,
To get the readings. He needed the readings.
Okay, so do weather balloons still exist today?
It's it is used to get into different jet streams to get different readings, but it's mostly done by the NOAA satellites now. I haven't seen them launch many weather balloons. When I was growing up, we used to see them in the sky and that, but you don't really see them anymore. I think honestly, it's become more of a threat to aviation, setting up a weather balloon, if you ask me.
No, for sure. And also, I suppose, birds, and probably costs a lot. So, yes, but these are all instruments to obviously read wind pressure. What were the three things?
It's air pressure, humidity, and just see now you got me on the spot again. What was that third one? Temperature.
Yeah, well.
That's it.
So there we go, guys.
Hopefully it's shared to my page now. I got it right, I think.
Okay, well done. Yes, people.
Yeah.
You guys need Buzzy and Cameron for technology. No, Debbie, they're very sharp. They really are. No, thank you. I have never, ever muted myself like that on a live. I thought I clicked the button and then I did it again. I thought I clicked it again. It's been a very long day, people. Very long day. All right. So you love the weather. And okay, so you became a plumber and then you did your PPL. Very well done.
Yes.
And being up in the air, then you could see the actual formation of these clouds.
I saw the formations, I saw the clouds, and I fell in love with the weather and flying in a few rough situations as well. I started understanding updraft, downdraft, swales in the air pressure, air densities as well, QNH levels. And you have to know about all that stuff when you're flying, air densities, especially with the lift formula as well. So all that started taking interest in the weather and that. And then about 4 years ago, I started posting weather first.
Okay.
On a page I started with one member. It's called Severe Weather Across Southern Africa. It grew from one member to 83,000 members.
Sure. Severe weather
across Southern Africa. Severe weather, Southern Africa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was the Facebook group.
Okay, that started it all. And I think South Africans do love their weather. They do. That's why we live here.
Yeah, I just think we're not as office orientated and ordered, so we're very outside people. We, because of the braai thing and dop and chop, and everyone wants to know the rugby, so we weather orientated people, South Africans, quite a bit actually. Yeah.
Yeah, no, the comments are like everyone's chatting amongst themselves. So, all right. So, what do you think? Okay, for now, right? So now we've just come out of the cold. We're experiencing these very lekker hot days, but we know, listen, I can smell rain. I can't smell much after the Rona, but there's certain things I can smell. I know it's coming, but not the big pour yet. I think we're going to have a cold snap first. What do you say?
You're right.
So round about what, in like 5 days' time? Will it hit Gauteng?
You know something I know.
No.
Okay. The end of September, we're going to start with our first thunderstorms.
Okay.
The last week of September.
Yes.
We're going to have a very hot weekend ahead of us this weekend. So I wouldn't be surprised if next week has a sprinkle over Gauteng.
Sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of moisture is coming up into the air now as well. Big heat, and the cold front coming in is bringing some moisture in as well with this heat. So something might just cook up over the Free State, and a trough might build up above us.
A trough. Okay, you mean like, so when they say trough, they literally imagine like when I think trough, obviously I think pig's trough, like a big steel metal buck off, not a steel one.
No. It's the brown little lines. It's a patch of dry air that mixes with cold air and creates rain and cloud density. It starts mixing up.
Oh, okay. Fascinating.
Yeah.
No, like I find it fascinating. And that mixing creates the pressure and makes rain. So
that's it. So your low pressure starts creating density in the air. That's how you know. I've got a marine barometer. It's a very old school barometer. It's a couple of 100 years old. It's about 600 or 500 years old, a marine barometer. And it's actually just water in a tube. And as soon as the air pressure starts dropping, it starts sucking out the water out of the tube on top. And that's when you know rain's coming, because it's always coming through low pressure. It starts building up density in the air. Yeah.
It's
very old school weather stations.
Okay. You're gonna have to show me that in real life though. Like I want to see that stuff. Like
I'll get it. I'll show you. And then there's the conspiracy glass.
Okay.
Yes, it's called the storm glass.
Like Chandra, the science, the weather whiz.
That's why I'm not a professional meteorologist. I'm going to show you my techniques.
Okay, fair enough. That'd be awesome.
Old school.
But I think you were saying when we met at a Chris Wyatt get together, you were saying that you also love connecting with people, and the weather. Everyone needs the weather. Everyone, depends on the weather, whether you're a farmer, you're someone trying to get to work in the morning, a commuter, whether you're planning, like I said, your wedding or your anniversary or Kitty's birthday. And you connect with people. With humor and with characters, and I kind of do the same. So, I try.
That was the whole idea, is just to make weather a little bit more interesting than it was. I'm not saying it wasn't, but I just wanted more people to enjoy watching a weather show, because I would see weather being presented in Gauteng. Let's just take, for example, they're going to tell you the wind's blowing west at 20 kilometers per hour in the morning, in a morning weather report. And I would think to myself, like this one comedian said, are we sailing to work or driving to work in Gauteng? Really now?
How many knots, Captain? How many knots?
Yes, so we're going to know the wind direction, and we're going to know how fast the wind's blowing, and then, so we can all sail to work today, It's going to take quite a bit of time to get to work. So I went to simplify the weather.
Okay.
So my whole idea is to simplify the weather. I call it grade 1 weather.
Okay.
And apparently there's a market for grade 1 weather.
I could believe you. I would really believe you.
Yes, because I didn't want to make it too scientific, because when they start the scientific explanations, I break it down to tomorrow's going to be hot.
No.
Tomorrow's going to rain. Tomorrow's going to be warmish, and that's it.
See, I like to know when, because for women, listen, women who run households, we know, and we've got to get to work and feed the kids and the dogs, and make sure that the dogs are not outside if it does rain, because then they come inside with all the mud, and then we've got to clean up that, and then we've also got to think, oh my God, we've hung out the washing, and then the rain comes and it wets the washing. So most of the time, it starts raining in the evening. Have I got that right? Maybe.
The
But it does
last
sometimes.
3 years, it's changed.
Oh,
It's supposed to rain on a beautiful summer's day at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but for the last 3 years, it hasn't been keeping its pattern.
okay, so it hasn't been. So when you say pattern, look, obviously in 1862, they still didn't know what they were doing. They were only trying to figure out. So
Yes.
let's say 1862, 1962, that's 100 years. So 130 years, 50 years. Okay, don't judge me on my maths here, people. We kind of figuring out the weather, but we don't know what the weather did like 200 years ago or 300 years ago.
Look, I've spoken to some old people that are like 90 in the Free State, and I had conversations.
Yeah.
And they're very used to, in the last 90 years that they say they've been alive, obviously not since they were one, but since they can remember. So they're used to the afternoon showers were there at a certain time of the year, at a certain time of the day, and it happened. The last 3 years, they said the weather's not normal.
Okay.
So the weather is acting up, and the times are changing, and climate change is finally taking its toll. And that's
All
it.
right. You see,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm into the whole climate. Like, I do understand that we have affected
Yeah.
the earth by our total disregard, but I just feel we don't know, and nature kicks our ass.
It's not a proven fact. It's not a proven fact. So, I mean, the more gases, the more cars, the more everything that does start appearing on Earth. It's obviously the weather's going to change, and we're going to just have to. It's one of those things that's going to happen.
We're just going to have to adapt, move to higher ground. I know. I mean, obviously, we've seen in the last 2 weeks terrible storms in Thailand. Yes, have you ever gone to one of these places and been in the middle of a?
There's reports from my friends in the US, storm chasers. They've had tornadoes where they've never ever had tornadoes before. Floods in Texas. I mean, it's very unusual weather in the US as well.
Yeah. Look, I don't want to get the conspiracy theorists all bunged up, guys. Apparently, there's a bit of buffering. Has it better? Is it improved? Is everything okay? I'm actually using TG's work computer today. But all right. Okay, so back to your love. I mean, you've got such energy. You've got such amazing presence. Where did you get your sense of humor from? Do you think from your mom, your dad?
No, I'm going to be totally honest, because I'm very honest about my channel and everything.
Yeah.
So I've got my sense of humor. I used to be on drugs for like 7 years of my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you look quite young, so it can't be that.
No, it was at 20. I'm 36 now. 36. I started drugs when I was in my 20s. Like,
all right. When you say drugs, are we talking cocaine now? Are we talking acid, ecstasy?
Meth, cat, everything. I was a big drug addict in my life. So I'm a recovering addict, first of all. And I had that chattable, and then I came off, went to rehab, got clean, and that sense of humor got blocked. It got blocked. I built up a brick wall, and the weather is what helped me bring myself out. That character that you see, the Weather Hooligan, is actually what I am, because it's the last 5% of sanity I've got left in my head from all the drug use.
Yeah, no, but you're an ambassador, and every day I'm sure must be hard.
Every day is a struggle, but yeah, I've made more impact than I thought I did. I thought it was a joke in the beginning to start a weather channel, but the way the energy I allow myself to have while I'm presenting, and that It's actually who I am. Yes, I can be a dry drawl sometimes. We're all human beings. But, and you have your down days. But you know what? I am like this at work. I'm like this at home. I'm like this with the wife. You can ask her. Then I can have my down days. But my aim in life is to make people smile.
I get it. I get it.
That's what I want to do.
I get it. And it's so important. And I don't know about you, but I wasn't into these mask things. I mean, obviously, if I, I had to, and it, then fine. But I mean, for medical reasons, I know someone now who's having serious chemo, and wherever they go, they have to wear a mask because they're immune compromised, right? They're immunocompromised.
Yeah.
So I see one of my comments, and by the way, Debbie says, well done. So glad you got a second chance at Weather Hooligan. So yes, that's awesome. That's Debbie for you. She's our powerhouse of positivity. Woo!
One time.
You met Debbie. I don't know if you remember Debbie from the meet and greet. I think you did. She was sitting next to me around the table. There were quite a few people there.
Yes.
So Debbie's there. Yes, there's a picture. Oh, no, that's Fiona. Sorry, wrong button. There we go. Hold on. There we go. There's lovely Debbie. There we go. Anyway, so I get it. And there's so many people now, and I think the lockdowns really made it very clear that there are very lonely people like, and it's okay to be alone if that's your presence, that's where you're at. But I think some people have lost the ability to reach out and communicate. And even like they say, oh, we've never been so social on social media. It's such bull because it doesn't always follow through. And our teenagers are being affected by it. But I think if you take the chance and you're not worried about rejection, you can make a difference. And I don't mean this just on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, or whatever. In your own life, if you just decide to take that step.
And that's what I decided to do. So I created a character. I was dared by a friend, a weather friend, to do a couple of my page admins to do a video in front of the TV. So my first video was in front of a TV, and I put my cell phone there, and I started doing a video like that. And from that day, people just said, "Who's this poople?" I was like, "Who's this poople doing the weather?" So they thought it was a one-time joke. Okay. Then this poople did the second day the weather again.
Yes.
And they're like, "Okay, well, we must watch this poople. He's busy with something here." And then the fourth day came. And the fifth day and the sixth day, and people started following because they were like, this guy's presenting the weather in a very different style, eh? You're saying like all that, eh? It's like, this is different. And then then it just started like blowing up.
Well, that's awesome. I don't believe, like, what was it? Remy saying everyone can cook. I believe if you have an idea and you have your passion and it is your passion, I mean, we'll talk about your vehicles. I've seen your monster storm, like dig in truck, like that thing looks like an army tank, like some sort of a, what are those? Yeah, like a tank, like a literal tank machine.
Yeah, that's the chasers in the US, that one.
Oh, do you have one here? No,
I've got a Subaru chaser.
Subaru chaser. Well, apparently it can go fast, and it hasn't given you any cuck, eh?
No, Rita chasers in a Subaru. One of the best storm chasers in the world.
All right, no, I'm not saying anything. I just know that they've got a bit of a reputation. I'm not. What's that? Oh, is that like a? Oh, excuse me. We have a Subaru ring, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, watch it. We have a Subaru ring.
That is my engagement ring. She made sure I won't lose it.
Wow. Okay.
Because I love the brand so much, she said I'll never lose my engagement ring because it's got a Subaru sign.
That's different. But I think the whole thing about you is different, and that's what I like. I like that you're gutsy, you're ballsy, you.
You know what I would do? The news will make a prediction. I will make a prediction, but in my opinion, and I will give the prediction in my opinion, and pray to God that I'm right.
God help us if any people are, what are they called? Atheists. But yeah. But so I look at a lot of sat video streaming stuff. Like, and I look at the forecast, because I remember it's terrible being caught unawares, unprepared. Or you like go to work, you think, oh, it's going to be so nice and like hot, and you wear like the skimpy little top and these blockies and and you're freezing and cold. There's nothing worse. Like, I don't know. So I decided, I'm looking at my weather daily. And of course, obviously with all the apps, things come along. If not daily, then at least once a week. Like I need.
If you really want to follow a good app, I would suggest Weather Underground.
Weather Underground. Okay.
Ask me why.
Why? Because it's yours.
No, because they connected to 1,000 weather stations rather than just to 4 national weather stations and major weather stations. So everyone that owns a personal weather station, like I've got my one on the roof, the neighbor's got his one on the roof, they connect them to the same network called Weather Underground. Weather Underground takes all that information, like there's about 1,000 weather stations in South Africa, personal ones. And as the weather goes past them, it's reading from all of them at once. So it's taking from thousands of little weather stations rather than just a few big ones.
Makes sense, because they're in different locations.
Yes, like within meters, like 20, 30 meters sometimes from each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So it can't really differ that much, but I suppose it's still
just
awesome.
The accuracy that the information it's getting is like much more data.
Yes. No, I think I don't know. I know it's crazy. Like, if you don't know what to talk about the weather. And I mean,
it's not just, I know, but it's not just the normal weather channel.
Pardon?
It's not just the normal weather channel. They have to see it for themselves.
It's definitely not the one.
It's not normal. It's not a normal weather channel.
No, it's not. No. This isn't a normal weather. This isn't a normal channel, period.
So it became, the show got popular. The radios got hold of me. So they wanted to know who I am. And all the newspapers in South Africa phoned me. And they were like, who you? The weather, like the Citizen, the IL, the Saturday Star, the Boksburg Advertiser, the Kempton Advertiser. About 10 newspapers got hold of me, and they put me on top charts.
Okay.
Go away.
Who's that? The kid?
Go away, buddy. Yeah.
How does it taste?
I can't taste. Just hold on.
Okay. We'll get back to the hooligan now. He's just dealing with the kiddie winkles. Okay, there we go. And he's back. Yes. Why is it not back? Wait, there we go. There he is.
So my son made coffee and I had to taste it.
All right. No, was it an A-OK cup? Was it a good
Yes,
cup?
he was like standing here till I tasted it.
I saw you take something. Yes.
Yes.
I didn't want him to be on the stream. I remember when I did one of my shows with an old channel I had, TG's little girl used to come dashing across the screen behind us, and we were also doing a live. And they're like weirdos out there. I mean, besides you and I.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Big respect. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So we don't want kiddie winkles. In fact, it's one of my things on a safety group that says don't post don't use
you know what, you got a very good view, and it's a care for you about the people you interview.
Yeah, I should hope so.
There we go.
We're gonna have a show once a month, I hope.
There we go. Yeah. Let me see, but I want to show you something. Just hold on.
Okay.
Just give me a second.
Okay, we will be back with you shortly.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, guys, that was a crazy start. But anyway, go mute, I pressed the button again. No, didn't press the button. I didn't look, you see. Looking is an important thing. I think I actually need to go to the Optom and get a new script These glasses I've had now for like 3 years, maybe longer. Yeah, I think eyes change, especially as we're getting older. Yeah, I think what am I? I don't know. What's the difference again? Nearsighted, short-sighted? Yeah, nearsighted, far-sighted. I think I struggle with far-sightedness, but also the writing on these computers is so small. There we go. And the man is back. There we go. There we go. Hold on 1 second. Whoops. No, hang on. Buttons. There we go. You back. Okay.
I'm pulling out the bragging rights.
Okay, pull out the bragging rights. Yes, let's see.
Okay, so like I said, then the newspapers got involved and they asked me why my weather's so accurate and all that and all that. And you know what? Well, the answer is to why my weather's so accurate is it's called a passion. So a passion for what you do. And you know what? I'm like the philosopher of weather. So if you got a gift, you got a gift, eh? That's it.
Sure.
Yeah.
For
So
sure.
then they basically started doing all their little interviews.
Okay.
As you can see there.
Awesome. All right, there
So-
you. Yeah.
Yeah, there we are in the Saturday Star.
Well done. Yeah, lekker,
Yes.
man.
So that went to a whole lot of newspapers. I always keep the copies, you know, to show the grandchildren one day.
Of course, it's your legacy. You've built something for yourself and for others, and it's important to
Yes,
go
of
for
course.
it, man. Yeah,
Of course.
you know.
And then also, there we go in the Citizen.
Oh wow. Okay, lekker, man.
And then
okay, so, yeah.
and then radio got hold of me.
All right, and you have a show on which radio station?
It's on
I'm
Mix,
you just said.
okay, Mix FM 93.8. It's called The
Yeah.
Travel Tuesday with Mike and Sam from 7 to 9 o'clock every Tuesday on Mix FM.
Okay, cool.
I do the weather slot for them.
Okay, lekker.
Yeah, and then I wasn't rated the most accurate weatherman in South Africa. The people voted me as the most accurate weatherman in South Africa, not me.
Well done, people. Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the people of South Africa did that.
Well, good for them. I wish they'd get that other voting right, like our
Yeah.
political ones. But we won't talk that tonight. I actually don't like talking politics. I suppose maybe I'm fearful that I don't know all the names and I don't know who's who, but it just.
Oh, you think there's
makes
politics
me
there?
angry. I
You
get very
do not
angry.
know the politics in weather.
Listen, I've realized even amongst YouTube, listen, what we all experienced lately, the politics I experienced my own politic back in the day.
See,
The politics in every side,
there's politics in
environment.
weather. Every weather group has its issue with the other one. You must see this. So I've got my haters on groups. You must see this, eh?
Yeah.
Then they're like, that's a joke. I'm like, yes, I am a bloody joke. Hello, that's what I am. I'm a joke, but I represent the weather. Hello. So there's politics in everything, in everyday life of everything, and it's going to be like that.
Yeah. But and
Yeah.
I think we need to give each other a bit of space, like a bit of patience and a bit of, like we're always so wrapped in our own tumult that we don't
Indeed.
actually, like, just chill out, man. Just chill
That's
out.
it. Let me do my thing. You know, it's my thing. Leave me alone.
As long as I don't hurt you, I'm not hurting you. I'm not affecting you in any way. Like today I was standing in a queue and for some reason there was only one till and there was another teller and this woman, and I thought, you know what, if I really want to, I'll take my stuff, a very few items, and go to the other teller and might just wait. And it wasn't really busy. And there was this one Tannie Karen who decided, nee, sy gaan nou ietsie sê. I think they swallowed her up and she disappeared because I didn't see her come back. And then I thought, well, okay, I'm going. I'm going to I'm going to the cigarette counter. Yeah. And it's like, sometimes I think it's with hormones, you know, these women of ours, you know, like me being a woman, and I'm sure men get it too, not maybe PMS, but I think men definitely.
No, we get work frustration.
Affected by the weather.
Yeah, we get work frustration. So you had a very bad day at work, and standing in front of that till or something, it can be something small. And then you open your mouth and you say things, and everyone has a bad day. People have good days and bad days. There's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you do, and that's the thing. And you can't react. It's how we react that's so important.
Yeah.
Than
You'll see
how we
on some of my shows. Sometimes I do the weather in a bad mood.
Okay. I haven't seen one of those yet. I've seen you in a granny suit.
If I had a bad day, I'll just say, "There's your weather. What do you want me to say? There's your weather. I didn't have a good day today. Tomorrow's that. And I am not less for yous today." Just like that.
This is a use.
For you,
Charlene's
I'm not in the mood for you people today. Yeah. my weather's real.
Your weather's real, and you're real, and you're authentic.
And I'm real. That's it. I'm not going to stand there 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, there was a girl. I remember on one of the SABC channels, there was a girl that they got in her school uniform to come do the weather. I think she's actually doing the weather overseas now. And she was quite confident, and she had an amazing presence. She had like this thing about her that like people wanted to watch her. So she did the weather, and she did it quite well. But yes, it's like you don't understand what they say, and I don't like I've said before, I want to know when it's going to rain. Are we going to must I get up my Wellingtons in the morning or in the evening?
That's called predictions. That's a prediction.
All right.
So you get two different weathermans, weather woman, weather man, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, yeah.
You get one that reads the weather. So you'll stand in front of the screen and you're going to read what you see.
Right.
Then you get one that's going to predict it and put his balls on a block.
Okay, yes.
Yes. And that's what I do.
Yes, that's what you do.
On the blank or whatever. Yeah. That's what I do. And if I'm wrong, I make a bet with my members.
Okay.
Yes, like to do something crazy, like jump in an ice cold pool, run naked down the street or something, So I'll make, or not naked, but in an underpants or a Speedo, something like that. So I'll go out, I make the prediction, and I hope I'm right. And I read the chart right and the prediction. So I don't just say it's going to do that. I think it's going to change. This high pressure zone's moving, so that might just dissipate. That's what I start doing. I start predicting the weather, and that's how they did it 80 years ago. There was no algorithms. You needed to predict it, like the old farmers predicted the weather. They didn't have weather channels and all that then.
Satellites and the internet.
None of that. They had to predict the time, the air temperatures, like you said, like they could see the winds blowing from the west or to the east. Like in Gauteng, our storms blow to the east, then the all white Durbs aside. We know they've got your Mpumalanga, so you predict it like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's amazing how far we've come in 130 years, from weather balloons to all the data and all the live footage. Yes, you want to do.
You're talking to me.
Yes, I'm talking to you. Sorry. We both I am a bit nervous. I'm always a bit nervous to go live, I must be honest. But I just, I don't know. I have fun. I hope people have fun watching. We did plan on actually dressing up. It was going to be Charlene. And who?
Yeah.
So
and I was going to be my chick character.
Yeah, but we won't do it today. We're going to wait a while. So you're just going to have to hang in there, peeps. We're just going to have to hang in there. All right. So I just want to go to one of the satellite streaming services. Do you you have your own cameras up? What was...
Okay, so let me explain that camera. Let me explain that camera network. It's weathercams.co.za.
Weathercams.co.za. Okay.
That's it. Do you see it?
Great. I can go to it. Yeah, let's go right now. I actually didn't. This laptop's a bit old, hey? So
I didn't know I can see the comments.
Yeah, you can see the comments and then people can ask you questions. I'm sure I said so.
Now I can answer some of these, man.
Yes, excellent. So ask away, people. I had some questions. I actually had the questions that, like for instance, what is your favorite word?
Bloody hell.
All right. We won't ask you what your worst word is. What's your best sound or noise? Lightning, thunder,
Yeah, yes.
thunder. Yeah,
That one.
that one. Yeah. All right. You busy with your laptop there? Okay. Here I see there's one in Boxburg. Is this the one on top of your house, sort of? But you don't have to. Oh, there's one in Harmville. My Machis. I once went to Harmville for a girls' weekend. That was a crazy weekend.
Do you see that all live? Real
That's
time. Look on the
amazing,
top.
right? Weather. Wait, let me get the weather
It's the
cam.
only live. It's the only live cameras in the country.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I
Yes.
figured out how to put that system up with an RTSP system.
With a what system? Now you're talking.
It's
Now
called-
don't swear at me, eh?
It's basically running live server streams permanently
Oh.
on live cameras for the public to see.
Yeah, the sun is still shining in Cape Town.
That's it.
That's it. Sun is still shining. That place is amazing.
I see
it's
that.
dark. Yeah.
What's this? All you need to do is wait 15 minutes for the weather to change in the UK for it's really bad weather.
Okay, ladies and peeps, we are reading comments. Yeah, I know. Like,
So
what are
get it.
Stetsons, Lori? What are Stetsons? Am I just like very underprivileged? What are Stetsons? I have no idea what.
Talking about
Stetsons
the hat.
Oh.
Isn't Stetson a hat?
Debbie says, congratulations. You need to put that onto a placard. Awesome achievement. Okay. I don't know if she's talking to you. She's probably talking to you with the newspapers. Renier, moenie worry nie. Ons sal weer 'n kuiertjie hê. Ek seker daarvan. Maar dit is baie nice om jou te sien. Ek weet nie as ek jou al ooit gesien het nie. As ek het, ek's jammer. I've got very, very short memory like span. Yes. Anyway, no. Like we both decided you've got ADHD and I've got ADD, if you believe in all that. But yeah. And that was just my teenager making a hell of a noise coming through. Wait. Now, where was I looking? I was looking at, did it not open it? So my satellite. So you were saying, so when do you think with the pressure, this sort of cooler front's going to hit us in about 5 days?
Next week, yeah. Next week, it's gonna if it even does. It's such a hot air temperature at the moment over Gauteng, and the high pressure zone just might block it. You know, like keep it in the free state. Yeah,
it might just make it all disappear.
But I was sent information today of the cold front prediction chart, which actually shows the frontal coming in, the next 5-day frontals to Gauteng.
It sounds like
and
section positions, the frontal. Do we do the no, never mind.
That's the frontals to Gauteng. So
Wow.
there's it now, basically. So there's the front.
Yes.
So let's see. I don't even think it might reach us on Tuesday. I think Tuesday.
It's mostly.
So if people want to see the best weather charts, I can say, in my opinion, the most accurate, go to www.weatherhooligan.com.
There we go. That's the one to go to. So I see, after Thursday, Friday, I see there's something coming towards us as well. But it mostly touches around. Oh, wait, hang on. There's something happening. What's that? Wednesday. Hold on.
So
wait.
I'll say Tuesday.
Oh, yes. I say by Thursday morning next week, we will definitely, Bloemfontein, definitely be having some showery. Yeah. No, definitely.
Something's on its way because the storm glass is showing it.
Yes. Yeah, something's by Thursday next. Guys, take your. It won't. My chart won't go further than Thursday, But yeah, no. Just get prepared for your brollies, ladies.
Going up to 10
Get your
grams as
brollies.
well.
Get your brollies ready. If you haven't bought a brolly yet, go and buy one because the prices go up as well when they realize it's been raining.
I'm sorry, get my phone charger.
Look at Scooby Dooby Doo, our room. Okay, I found this one, and I thought, yeah, I like the little girl's too big for it, that we have in our lives, and I thought, no, I must give it to a charity or something, and I just think it's so cool. Or maybe one of our guests could win it tonight for the little lassie in your life. How old are your kids? Have you got a little girl in your life? Do you have a
Who,
young
me?
lassie? Anyway, yeah, because I'm thinking I'm not going to walk around with this. Mind you, it might actually fit me. What's that saying? Oh, look, it's got Scooby-Doo on it as well. Look at that. They say you shouldn't open a brolly inside, but hey, this is rebellious.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. We can't really see it. Yeah, there's a
No.
Scooby-Doo. There we go. There he is. There he is. So yeah, that's a Scooby-Doo brolly.
It's funny that you brought up the umbrella thing, because I was given an idea. What I'm going to do in December is buy a couple of 100 umbrellas.
Okay. Jeez. Okay. Are we expecting a tsunami?
No, I'm going to go give it away to all the people in the streets that don't have umbrellas to walk in the rain.
You are so brilliant. That is.
I'm going to go hand out while I'm storm chasing, and I see a person without an umbrella, a homeless person, or someone that needs it. I'm going to give it away.
Sure, I'd like.
I'm going to be on an umbrella giveaway run.
That's fantastic. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I think that's bloody marvelous. Well done.
That's what I'm doing. Yes.
Fantastic.
So that's what I'm going to do in December. That's one of my missions, is to give everyone umbrellas that's like just raining wet. They don't have one.
Yes. No, it's horrible to see. It's horrible to see that. And then with our weather, I don't know, sometimes we're lucky. I remember I don't know, like you say, everything's changed now, but we've been able to see, like, when the rains come, then it gets cold, it gets like chilly, like really chilly. It's not nice. Not nice.
Let me see if I can find a system I showed you. Have you've seen the weather photography that I've done, hey?
No, I haven't stalked you. Okay, let's be clear. I haven't Facebook stalked you. Okay, I haven't looked at all your stuff.
Woman that's never done that.
I can date me.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, is some of the photos that I take. Okay, so this is what the Weather Hooligan is about, photography.
Cameron says a Subaru is also known as a Scooby. Okay, I don't get that reference. I don't. I'm sorry. But yeah, so maybe then I should give you this one proper.
Which one?
The Scooby-Doo umbrella. Okay, but now which one to post your link in the chats, maybe. I don't know if you can.
Okay, hold on.
What is it called?
I'm going to quickly send you the link to some of my weather photography quickly for the people to see.
Okay, brilliant. Post your link in the comments below. Excellent. Thank you, Buzzy, Weather Hooligan. Buzzy's just put your weatherhooligan.com. Is that the one you're looking for?
Copy link.
Buzzy, what would we do without you? Buzzy is right on the money. So awesome. She's right on the button. She's up with it. She's working. She is awesome. She's the Tanny to speak to about technology. Oh, wow. The lightning. Sure.
Those are my photos. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Jeez, it looks like something. Yeah, like something out of a Thor movie. I don't know. I started watching The God of Thunder last night, and I enjoyed one sort of movie from Taika Waititi. Is it Taika Waititi? Waiko Waititi? I feel like I'm swearing. Sound like I'm swearing. But yeah, no, it's not how I would have done it. But then again, I forget to press the unmute button when I start a live stream. So yay!
Ruth, I'm back on your channel. I'm posting the link for your viewers.
Yeah, and I love that everybody is so so like chatty amongst each other. It's fantastic.
You know what? We relaxed. This is a relaxed interview.
I'm relaxed now. At the
I'm
beginning,
honestly, this is honestly one of the best. Actually, it is the best interview I've ever had, because I've always had to like, yeah, this is what I do, and yes, this is it. You know, straightforward questions. Yeah, it's so relaxed.
I felt rather tense, but okay, I'm glad you're enjoying. I'm trying to find my litmus test for liars, but okay, no, I'm teasing. I don't think you're lying, not at all. I'm working on myself. I'm trying. There were some other funny questions I wanted to ask you. What kind of music do you, Joel? Do you like everything? Do you like?
I listen to the Lord of the Rings,
Oh yes, when
the
I'm in the bar.
Shire.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I fall asleep every night with the Shire ambient music.
Yes, I like it. Yes.
Stimulates my brain. I just love it. So it feels like I'm on a journey in life. And then also I listen to a lot of old like Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and then old school. Me growing up was Fall Out Boys, Blink 182, Bullet for My Valentine. You know, that's the bands I grew up with. System of a Down, you know.
Oh yes,
yeah.
Yes. Now we're talking. Okay.
Yeah, that was my era, you know.
Right.
Now, and also Bowling for Soup, you know, stuff like that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, look it. So can you believe it? We've got 5 more minutes and it will be an hour. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you started working when you were 15 years old. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you this couple of questions about your profession, right?
Okay.
And they're from the James Lipton Actor Studio. Another few. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
If I don't have an answer for you, then you know I'm doing it.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah.
What profession would you not like to do? Like, what is your worst job ever, do you think?
Stand up there with no personality and present the weather. That's what I don't want to do.
If heaven exists, now I'm not saying it doesn't, or I'm not saying it does, but if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Yes, you did well, my boy.
Okay, brilliant stuff.
Yeah.
No, brilliant stuff. All right, so we've got lots of research people. We don't only have to look at our apps. We've got the weatherhooligan.com. Yes, I think I saw it here.
Yeah, the weatherhooligan.com. Yeah.
Yes.
And then they can also find me on Facebook, the Weather Hooligan Facebook page, where this is also streaming too.
Okay.
And then also Afri Weeks.
Okay.
And then there's also livestormchasers.com. They'll find me on there, on the international pages as well.
All right.
Because I am a member of the Live Storm Chasing international community. So there's if you look on the page, you'll see the Weather Hooligan is part of them on the international version.
No, brilliant.
Yeah.
No, I think it's great that you're following your passion and your dreams, and you just decided, yeah, hier gaat ek. En nou maak jy lekker geld ook. That's fantastic. You're an inspiration.
Yeah, look,
you really are.
I've got my sponsors. The wife sat me down one day and said, "Jean-Ray, you put so much time and effort into this. You know," she says, "Why don't you get sponsors to sponsor what you do, what you love best?" And what I do is I buy camera equipment, I buy the lights for the cars, I buy the weather stations, I buy all the equipment I need. There's this new camera I'm saving for storm chasing. So, and it's not cheap, eh? Yes. So I spend a lot of money on equipment, which I'm getting ready for December, and the petrol, obviously. I can chase out 1,000 Rand in a day. My car is 1,700 to fill up, and I get 500 Ks on it. So I could do 500 Ks in one day. That's 1,700 Rand petrol gone just in one chase.
Jeez.
Now imagine chasing for 20 days.
How far do you chase?
I'll chase up are we going to Bloemfontein? I'm going to be chasing there with DJ Heifer with Storm Report. We're going to do a
Oh,
couple of chases together, then daily, not every day, but it depends on the storms. I'll go out about 250 Ks, 300 kilometers to get to a storm, and then I'll follow it back.
you mean
Yeah,
follow
so I
it
go
forward?
to it. So how you
Yes,
do this is you go
yes,
to the storm as it's
right.
developing, and then you follow it back home. Yeah,
Okay.
you don't
It's
run with
amazing.
it because then you have to find accommodation.
Yeah, there we go. That makes total sense.
You want to
So
get
you
it before
probably
it
leave
gets
like
to you.
late, like sort of late afternoon. Well, not like late morning.
Like morning 11 o'clock, you see storms are going to start brewing up in the afternoon on radars in certain areas, and you just go wait there like a poop hole, and you wait, and you're like, I hope I'm in the right place at the right time, and then another spot on the radar pops up 100 k's away, and you're like, okay, it wasn't here. It's that side.
Amazing.
Do you know what? You know how storm chasers die?
Okay, you're gonna tell me, yeah. But I think
Not
they're
of
all
the
dealing
storms,
with it.
car accidents, rushing to the storm.
Sure.
That's how most storm chasers have died. It's car accidents because they rush to the storms. So, you just take your time. That's
Okay.
it.
Get
Yeah.
there, like
That's the
what is
advice for all
you always
storm
say?
chasers. Really just take your time on the road. And you know what? There'll always be a storm another day. Don't rush to it and kill yourself trying to get to it.
That's true. What causes? Why do some play like they'll say, "Yee," like Charlene will call for Hannah. What's her name?
Helena.
Helena. Like Charlene will
Helena
call Helena up
Spotma.
and say, but why my golf balle was soos suurlemoene en joune was soos peas? So why does that happen? And they'll stay like literally 20 minutes away from each other. So
Different
how come?
updrafts and temperatures in the cloud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So So different temperatures. Remember, in some clouds it's minus 80 degrees, eh? On different clouds, thunderstorm clouds, minus 80.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no,
the,
I want
the molecules build up and up and up on each other on those hail. And how does hail stay there? It's updrafts, keeping it up. So that's what's happening inside of the cloud, and that's how it keeps up 500 grams of hail sometimes. And then the downdrafts appear and it pushes it down.
Oh, good heavens. Well, thank you. Now I know. Now I
It's
really know.
It's wind keeping up the hail.
Huh.
Yeah. The people ever wonder how the hell does that ice ball stay in there, in the cloud?
Actually, I had a different theory. I thought it's the heaviness of the clouds that compact, like the darker the clouds, because it's obviously more moisture, right? Like
it's moisture and it's updraft.
Those are hail clouds. Those are hail.
It's updrafts and wind keeping it up as well, and eventually it creates a downdraft and lets it fall. Becomes too dense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I find this stuff fascinating. I don't know if any of the viewers do, but I sort of do. And I know you do. I know. I'd love to be in a car. Like, I think it's such a rush when you're driving and all of a sudden, and the car's going.
No, you know what? If there's a nice storm in the Benoni area, we'll go chase together on your channel and we'll go live in December. One day.
Okay, awesome.
And we did, you know what? We just go out. The most beautiful storms are just out here by Bronkies.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's lovely. Yeah, it's not far. Once it's more
No, 40 Ks out and you're going to get beautiful photos.
Sure. No, in fact, we came back from Harties one night. Also, and as you like sort of overlooking in the east, you just see these, it was unbelievable, these lightning strikes. And it's just, I don't know. There's nothing better than
I know. I can't wait for my photography. I can't this year. Damn, it's going to be good.
But yeah,
I'm waiting. Just watch this space.
Yes. Wait, your photographers. We're going to see the best. I don't know what the photography awards are called. But
I won't say the best, though. There's very good guys like Angus. Oh, he's good. There's some good weather photographers in our country. I'm just maybe the craziest, but there is good photographers. I'm not one of the best. I'll tell you that.
Fiona says, I want to talk about a storm in a teacup. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that expression. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we've been on chatting for an hour. It feels like 15 minutes for me anyway. It's been lovely having you on. We will do this. I think we're going to do this on a monthly. Try and do this on a monthly basis. We'll see. We'll check it out. Check our schedules. And and obviously when it's storm season, you could send some lacquer stuff. But guys, if you're watching on Facebook or you're watching on YouTube and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I talk to all sorts of weird and wonderful, fascinating people. I also dress up as a weird and fascinating people sometimes. So yeah, check the like button, subscribe.
Thanks for inviting me.
No, pleasure. Anytime.
Yeah.
So really,
I don't just go to any channels. I get to know the person. And then I was like, yeah, you cool. Let's do this.
I just try to be real.
You're real. You're real, man.
Life is like the weather, unpredictable,
That's
So, yeah. Well, as in your case, predictable. But awesome stuff.
Thanks, Ruth.
Hey, guys. Hang bal. Ons gaan net totsiens vir die viewers. Goodbye, everybody. See you next week. TTFN. Bye.
Cheers.
Lekker.